Back to the grind for Barangay Ginebra. After winning the PBA Commissioner's Cup in epic fashion, the Gin Kings are now looking to win it all again, this time in the Governor's Cup. Now can Ginebra complete a back-to-back in the season-ending conference? And let's find out. Joining us right now to go all out on this story is Stan the Man, Stanley Pringle. Finally, brother, it's nice to be having you. Good morning, Stan. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Hey, where are you at right now? Are you busy, Stan?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just, kicking it with some family and some close friends. Still relaxing right now.
I was supposed to have you last week. Last week we had, it was a whole Ginebra week, but still you are here. Ginebra fans are excited. How is it like, Stan, after a week later now, after, because I asked Christian Stan Hardinger this, I asked Scotty this, I saw you guys partying right after you won it last Sunday. Are you still on a championship high, Stan, or is it back to business, back to work? Okay, we're done with the Commissioner's Cup. Let's move on to the Governors.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We already knew, just going into the finals, practicing for Bay Area, we already knew that other teams was practicing for the next conference. So that was always in the back of our head, and we was told that the conference was going to start shortly after the last finals game. So we knew it was going to be a quick, turnaround. And like I said, since we had a little celebration after the game, I believe the very next day, some guys was already talking about, when they was going to go back to practice in a few days. So it's definitely a quick turnaround. And, that's one of the things we have to learn how to, improve is the body recovery and getting ready for the next conference. Being here playing in the PBA now, I've been here about almost 10 years. So that was one of the things I've been learned about the quick turnarounds and how to recover. So that's what I'm focused on right now. So.
You know what, brother? That was a great, grueling series against the Bay Area Dragons. That was really tough against a foreign team. They had weapons from all over. They had tall guys who can shoot the three. They have that 7'5" guy who's mobile inside. In the first few games, they have Andrew Nicholson, a legit NBA vet. You have Miles Powell, who's a bucket anywhere. They have Hayden Blankley. How tough? Kobe Lamb, Glenn Yang, great point guard. How tough was it battling a team like that, Stan? Especially for you.
Oh man.
Yeah, go.
It was you're right. You had it on the money. They had great pieces in every position, and not only that, they was well coached. Whenever you would go on they stayed composed. They stuck with their game plan, and it was one of those things where you had to grind it out and play to the very end. Because sometimes some of the games you knew it was going to be a close game. So things like worrying about the referee's calls or just being frustrated, you had to let those things go and keep playing because they were just such a composed team and they was going to come right back. Even if you were up 10, they were going to make a run. So shouts out to them for sure for their first conference. And they came out here and had an amazing run.
That was really that was wild, man. Especially in that Game 7, record-breaking. 55,000 fans watching. You had that big game in Game 5 when LA went down. Then the young dogs, your young guys, stepped up as well. Jamie played huge. Jeremiah was also, everybody's raving about Maya and what he can bring eventually in the future. You guys that was just a really great championship win for Ginebra. That's why all Ginebra fans are still celebrating until now. What do you say about the young dogs that step up? Jamie, Jeremiah.
Oh man, it's gonna be exciting. They're so hungry, and for them to come out on their first conference and get a championship, they couldn't believe it. They was like I said, they was there practicing every day, early, 30 minutes, getting shots up. And you could just tell they were, doing anything they can do to help the team win. Whether it's, being supportive off the court, practice, going the extra miles, after practice. We definitely needed them for sure because, having a lot of veterans, you never know somebody can go out with a knee injury or whatever. Like LA was hurt as well, so that was definitely key.
Yeah.
and we're all looking forward to them to keep going the next conference.
Yeah. Well, Stan, stay where you are. We have to bring him in because although they did lose last night, but this guy, after 2 years of not playing, he's a public servant now. Big game, James Yap. We have to bring him in really quick, Stan, because he has a meeting. I just really asked him if he can join us really quick before his session. There he is.
James, what's up, Kuya James? Tell him I said what's up, man. Tell him to call me.
Yo, Stan, he can hear you. James can hear you right now. James, si Stan nandyan.
James, what's up, boy? Hey.
Nakamute ka yata, James.
Hey, man, hit me up, man. I'm still resting, bro.
Stan, congratulations, man.
Y'all take care, man.
James, sabi niya.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
James,
hey, man, hit me up, man.
Sabi ni Stan, hit me up.
I'm gonna see you out there.
Tawagan mo daw siya.
Let's go out. Let's hang out.
James.
There is the konsehal himself. They have a session. James Yap, una sa lahat. Stan, I'll be with you really quick, but let's stay here. This is gonna be great. This is gonna get good ratings with Stanley Pringle and James Yap right now on the show. James, brother, maraming salamat. Alam kong may session kayo. I will make this really quick. Congratulations on your comeback. Alam kong natalo ang rain or shine, but still, big game James, 14 points in 14 minutes. Parang walang kakupas-kupas si big game James. After being away for 2 years? Anong pakiramdam, James?
Chamba lang.
Hindi chamba yun. Stan, he's saying that was just luck. James is saying that was luck.
What's that?
James Yap is saying that was luck that he came back.
Me, I'm just counting my blessings, man. I got another one, so I know Kuya James got all the chips, so I'm trying to be like Kuya James.
Stan, what can you say about James Yap coming back after 2 years of not playing? 14 points in 14 minutes. He had 12 in that first half. And
oh man, I'm not surprised at all, man. Every time I see James.
Nawala yung signal ni Stanley. Pero James,
nawala.
Balikan natin si Stanley. James, anong feeling niya? No? Yung look at Don Aliado, also a councilor in San Juan, all those guys, and Mayor Francis Zamora was also there. Ano yung pakiramdam, James? Na parang, may kababa dahil ang tagal mong nawala sa PBA. Parang walang kakupas-kupas, parang James.
Hindi, siyempre may kaba talaga. Yung feeling na, yung nararamdaman ko kahapon, yung rookie year ko, yung 2004, yun yung nararamdaman ko kahapon. Kaya sobrang pressure, pero naging focus lang talaga. Kasi lahat ng colleagues ko from council, lahat ng sila mayor, sila vice, sila Kong, nandyan lahat. So lahat ng mga fans, parang inaabangan ka. So talagang focus lang talaga, ang puhunan talaga nun. Talagang wala na ako ibang iniisip kundi maglaro ng maayos, ganyan. So good thing na nakapag-deliver naman tayo kahit papaano.
Masakit ba kamusta katawan mo, pare? Masakit ba?
Munti ka na nga ako malate sa session kasi hindi ako nagising sa pagod.
Pero James,
hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ano yung sasabihin mo?
Itong talagang pagbabalik ko, talaga pinaghandaan ko talaga dahil sobrang tagal ko nawala. Almost 3 conferences na wala ako. So, hindi na ako umuwi nung December, hindi na ako umuwi ng probinsya, hindi na ako umalis. Kundi nag-focus talaga ako sa pagpakondisyon. Para lang makasabay sa mga bata ngayon na ang bibilis.
Grabe yung mga bata ngayon, no? Yung mga kakampi mo din.
Sa mga magagaling.
Pati hindi napapagod. Parang ikaw lang dati. Pero wala pa rin sila kay Big Game James. 14 points in 14 minutes, 5 of 8 shooting. Ito ang tanong ng marami, James, kasi kaya mo pa eh. Ito na ba yung huling ratsyada ni James Yap? Ito na ba kumbaga yung last dance ni James Yap? Masasabi ba natin na, kasi one conference lang ang pinirmahan mo, tama, di ba, sa Rain or Shine. So, tapos alam natin, you're also a councilor right now in San Juan City. Na ang ganda ng pinapakita mo, by the way, you're a great public servant. So, bihira to na pinagsasabay pareho, naglalaro at high level sa PBA, and then also a public servant. Ang tanong ko sa'yo, James, ito na ba yung huling conference ng James Yap sa PBA?
Kaya actually inoperan tayo ng Rain or Shine ng 1 year, pero talagang pinili ko muna maging pumirma ng one conference dahil gusto kong i-balance talaga yung time as a public servant and a basketball player. Kasi ayoko naman na pipirma ako ng 1 year tapos mapapabayaan ko yung obligasyon ko sa San Juan. So, pumirma ako ng one conference para malaman ko kung kaya pang ipagsabay. So far, sa nakikita ko, kaya pa naman. Kaya naman.
Kayang-kaya.
So, siguro, hindi pa siguro last ito.
Kumbaga, pakiramdaman muna natin one conference and then tingnan natin kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari dun sa susunod. Ano masasabi mo dito sa Rain or Shine? Yung chances ng Rain or Shine dahil number 8 sila nung Commissioner's Cup, natalo kaagad ng Bay Area dun sa quarterfinals. Anong chance nito? Kasi pinag-usapan nga natin, di ba, may mga batang pieces kayo, may mga piyesa kayo. Nandiyan pa rin sina Big Bo Belga, nandiyan pa rin sina Gabe Norwood, nandiyan ka, yung mga veterano, pero yung mga pieces, yung mga bata, nandiyan eh. Yan sina Andre Caracot, Santi Santillan, sina Asistio, Ildefonso.
Mike Nieto,
Nieto, Mamuyak, mga bata na eh. Mga bata na, Big Game James eh. So, anong chances nitong Rain or Shine para makalayo dito sa conference na ito?
Well, nung last conference, nakita ko talagang maganda naman yung pinakita. Kaso lang number 8 and then natapat sila sa Bay Area. So masyadong malakas talaga. And sa sistema ni coaching, first ni coaching mag-coach nung last conference. So talagang yung adjustment nandun pa rin. And malaking experience din yung last conference kasi kumbaga natatakbo nila yung sistema ni coach. So ngayon, siguro malaking bagay na medyo familiarized na talaga yung sistema. So nararan ng maayos. So I think kahit papaano malayo yung mararating nitong team na to. Kaya ang daming magagaling na bata, mga teammates ko, sila Mike Nieto, sila Caracot, yan, sila Andre. And pag pinagsasabihan mo, nakikinig din eh. Kaya yun ang maganda sa kanila and magagaling ng mga bata.
Sinakain ng bata.
Layo mararating. Kailangan ng bata, nandiyan pa.
Kailangan makinig talaga sa iyo yun, James Yap. Kailangan nilang makinig sa James Yap. Idol, hindi ko napapatagalin na alam ko may session ka. Punta ka na sa session. Maraming salamat ulit sa oras mo. Regards sa lahat dyan sa San Juan. At mag-usap tayo ulit. At kung alam ko malayo pa, pero kung sakasakaling tapos na ang basketball career mo, alam mo naman, dito mo sasabihin sa atin yon. Thank you, brother, ha? Maraming salamat.
Yes, of course. Thank you, brother. Salamat sa time, sa pag-imbita. Thank you.
Ingat kayo dyan sa San Juan. That was San Juan City Councilor, Big Game James Yap of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. What a return last night, 14 points in 14 minutes. Vintage James. Meanwhile, in tennis, a pair of shocking upsets at the Australian Open as world number 1 Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff both say goodbye to Melbourne. These stories and a lot more, and maybe we can bring back Stanley Pringle again. Let's see. We'll find out if his internet works out well. Stay tuned to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. PBA, let's bring back Stan the Man. Former scoring champion Stanley Pringle of Barangay Ginebra for an all-out discussion. There he is. Stan, is the connection better now?
Yeah, should be better. My bad.
Bro, I gotta let James go.
That's my bad.
You know how it is. James is now a counselor in San Juan City. I gotta let him. I just really tried to fit him in for a little conversation. But Stan, going back to you, now our connection is better. Another PBA title for you. You're now a 4-time PBA champ, Stan. You've won all conferences, basically. A personal Grand Slam of sorts. 2-time Governor's Cup champion. And one each, Philippine Cup and Commissioner's Cup. Now, my question is, which of your 4 kids, 4 championships, is your favorite? Which is the sweetest for you among the 4 titles, man?
Oh man, each championship was definitely different as far as the role played. But I would say that it doesn't, regardless of the championship, the goal is always the same. You know, you always try to do whatever you can to help the team win, depending on your role. Sometimes you might be asked to play defense. Sometimes you might ask to score the ball, or focus. What you can do to help the team. So for me, I don't put any championship over the other. It's basically, like I said, it's a team goal.
Yeah.
To win the chip, and I believe that's everybody's goal, going into it. So, Coach Tim always told us, when it comes playoff time, and it's a different caliber of intensity. When the challenge escalates, the need for teamwork elevates. So it's a team game, and I believe every championship run that I had, it was always the same goal. Just do what you can to help the team win, and I'm gonna definitely cherish these 4 chips and show my future kids when I have them. Just hard work pays off.
Yeah, man. Stanley Pringle, man, you're just a class act. I was so happy I was probably one of the happiest guys out there when you had that big game 5, when LA went down with a groin, and then you came in like playing vintage Stanley. How was that like, Stan? Game 5. I was talking to James about vintage James last night, but how about Stanley Pringle giving buckets when the season?
Oh man. It's really, I try to stay at that level of play, and whenever they needed me to, jump in and help the team out, it's just coming off the injury.
Yeah.
Coach Tim, did a real good job in managing my minutes, and allowing me to work the minutes to keep improving my knee. So, big shout out to Coach, for helping me to recover well. LA went out with a groin injury, I believe, in that game. And, he was out there limping. So that was really my time to, help the team and do what I can to do to help the team. I knocked down a couple shots, 3 in the corner that helped in the fourth, deep late in the fourth. And that was just really, it was Coach Tim, because he managed my minutes, and I had the energy, and I call it ligament power in my knee. I had enough to play those 30 minutes, which was, I believe, was the first time I played 30 minutes that conference. So it was definitely a big help, and the coaching staff, the PTs, also been helping me, supporting me. I think that game 5 really was attributed to them, giving me rest before that. So.
Man, it's
a team thing.
Yeah, it's scary when you get that 110% back, your knees. Back LA with that groin, when he recovers. Then you have Maya when he fully recovers as well. You still have Scotty there. You have Nards. Stan, you're still one of the most potent, dangerous guards in the PBA. Let's not forget, you're a former scoring champ. You can do anything on the court. As I said before, you were really one of those gifted, talented ballers I've seen in the PBA. And it seems the future is filled with young, dynamic, and exciting point guards. Well, at least for this conference. What role would you like to have in making sure that you will still be part of Ginebra's solid core when we talk about down the line? You still have Scotty Thompson, Jeremiah Gray, Jamie Malonzo, Nards Pinto. Of course, you and LA up there in age, but what do you think? What do you feel you need to do to still be contributing and be part of that Ginebra score moving forward?
Well, first things first is I think every player has to work off the court as far as your body, taking care of your body, taking care of your injuries, making sure you're stretching and you're flexible in all areas, and strengthening to keep the balance, because a lot of times it's the imbalance of your muscles that causes injury. And especially here, the back-to-back conferences, you really need to, strengthen and, work with a PT and figure out, what's going on with your body. And for me, that's the key thing, especially, getting older, because like I said, the game never stops. Like you said, you're always going to have young, exciting, explosive players coming in, and, you're always going to have to keep up with them. So for me, getting older is basically, you get in that weight room, strengthen the muscles that's not balanced, work with a PT, work with a doctor, and see how you can, prolong everything, as far as getting on the court practices. you could be ready for the game, but if you're not battling day in day out in practice, you might not be part of that core, but part of that, to help the team. That's another thing that we can get into. Probably don't have too much time, but practice, just getting through practice for me is a whole nother thing. Definitely got to keep your core tight. So that's what I'm actually doing now. This week we have another week off. I'm working with Aspie. He's helping me out. I just got a PRP shot in my knee, and I'm just basically strengthening from ground up. My legs, my calves, and my knee, my quads, and just getting ready to battle again. So nothing changed.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for you and the fans of Ginebra as well. We have a minute left, but we'll keep it this short. Justin Brownlee playing his conference in the Governor's Cup. You think you can go back to back to make the Ginebra fans excited again? Because Brownlee is the barometer, man. I was teasing him last week. You can play in the All-Filipino. You're a Filipino citizen now.
Yeah, we was definitely just joking with the in the finals going into I believe the last game. We put our hands in. We was all, hey, it was all Filipino, and everybody was like, "What?" There wasn't. Someone was confused, but JB just got naturalized, so we was all going in there all Filipino, and we won. We pulled it out. So big shouts out to JB, man. I know he's over there relaxing with his kids right now.
Yeah.
I think Gilas is coming up, so he's definitely excited for that.
Yep, a lot of things. Justin Brown, really a great guy. Well, Stan, thank you for your time. At least we pulled through today.
Thank you, man.
Let's keep in touch, brother. Keep going. I'm a big fan. You know that since day one. I'm a big Stanley Pringle fan, man. Congratulations, 4-time champ, Stanley Pringle of the Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Thank you, man.